Hi everyone, good morning. So I'm back with today's blog wherein we'll discuss about baby's first vaccination. What are the do's, what are the don'ts, what is my experience, the checklist that I wanted to give to you guys, painless versus the regular vaccines. So before jumping on the do's and don'ts, I would like to, empathize on the emotional aspects of being a new parent and seeing your kid go through your first vaccination. So before becoming a mom, I always thought that vaccination day would be just another doctor's visit, right? But after having my daughter, I realized that uh, it's a day that every parent remembers. Not because the injection takes long, it barely takes some seconds, but because watching a tiny baby cry for the first time when you know she's in pain is one of the toughest feeling, guys. That it's one of the toughest feelings. So when my daughter's first vaccination was approaching, I spent hours searching the YouTube. I wanted answers to my simple questions. Should I choose this vaccine? Should I choose the vaccine, painless vaccine or the non-painless one? What should I carry? Will she get fever? How do I take care of her afterwards? So, but unfortunately, what I found was I found this small information everywhere, but not a single video which will cover everything. So, in today's video, I'm sharing my complete experience as a first time parent, that why we choose the painless vaccine, the mistakes that we avoided, a checklist that I genuinely wish somebody has given me before my vaccination, my daughter's vaccination. So the night before the vaccination, I packed her bag. I kept checking her vaccination card. I even asked my husband, right? So, do you think that she'll cry a lot? He just smiled and said, maybe more than us, right? And it turns out that he was right. When we reached out to the clinic, my daughter was peacefully sleeping, guys, and she had absolutely no idea of what was coming. The nurse prepared the injections. Within seconds, she cried, and that tiny cry completely broke my heart. It was one of the hardest feeling that a parent can go through. I know that she will be in pain, but we had no other option. For a better future, we have to go through that, right? That is something which will completely break every new parent's heart. But something surprised me. Within just 2 to 3 minutes after breastfeeding and curdling, she calmed down. The crying was much more faster. The crying was over. Sorry, the crying was over much more faster than my fears, right? So this was a raw experience. I know people will, the new parent, even me, even I had drop of, you know, tears when she went for her injections. But guys, we have to do this. This is for her better future, for her secure future, for her good health. So coming to the next point, why we chose. So basically, we have chosen a painless vaccination for our kid, for my daughter, and we did a complete research on why we chose it. But let me just dive more into why we chose that painless vaccination. So let's talk about the question that almost every new parent have: should I go for painless vaccine or the painless one, the regular one or the painless vaccination? This was honestly the biggest decision that we had to take. So before deciding on which vaccine should we go for, we obviously consulted our doctor and we also did a research on our own, right? So here's what we learned. Both the vaccines, they'll protect your baby equally well. There's nothing like if I go for a painless vaccine, it will, protect my baby less. And if I go for a regular one, it will protect my baby more. No, guys, nothing like that. It will give protection to your body equally same, equally well. So protection was never the issue. The difference lies in the side effect afterwards. The painless vaccine will generally cause less pain at the injection site, less swelling, and often fewer episodes of fever or prolonged crying. The regular vaccine is more affordable, obviously, but babies may experience more soreness or fever afterwards. For us, this was our first daughter's vaccine. So, as a first time parent, we wanted to make the experience as comfortable as possible for her. But yes, it will cost you more. For the regular vaccine, it will be in government hospitals. The regular vaccine is almost free of cost, wherein the painless one will cost you in Bangalore. It will cost you around 7 to 9K. It depends upon the hospital to hospital. So we have gone to Cloudline Hospital, and it did cost us some 8,000 change, right? But personally, we never regretted that decision. Now I'm not saying that everybody has to choose, the painless vaccine. Every family's budget is different, every baby is different, and the best decision one is the one that you take after discussing that with your doctor. I just wanted you guys to know what I chose. It's not compulsory that you will also choose the same thing. But always keep in mind that painless and the painful one both protect the baby equally. It's just the matter, it is just the after myth that follows. More crying, more pain at the injection site, more episodes of fever. But in the painless one, he will not have those things. But again, it completely on the new parent and the budget that you guys will follow, right? So make the decision wisely. Okay, now I wanted to share some do's and don'ts before your first vaccination of your baby. Do number one, you need to feed your baby before your vaccine. Like before leaving for the hospital, it is better that you feed your baby. A hungry baby is usually more harder to comfort afterwards, right? Two, you have to take extra pair of clothes. Always carry extra pair of clothes. Trust me guys, vaccination day is not the day to underestimate baby poops or split ups. So you don't want to take the risk. Carry extra clothes. The third one is keep diapers, wipes, muslin clothes, so that don't bury them at the bottom of your bag. You just keep them very handy and accessible to you, because you will need that. And if you are a breastfeeding mother, feed your baby immediately after the vaccination. This was the biggest difference. She calmed down, almost immediately. Not immediately after vaccination, so they give rotavirus also, and rotavirus. So that is a oral drop. The rotavirus drops are oral rotavirus vaccines, right? So what happens is they have a tendency to split up after the vaccine. So just take a break of 5 minutes after the vaccine, and you can feed the baby, right? So if you feed immediately, then they might split up, because they have a tendency of splitting up after the rotavirus. So this is one thing that you should keep in mind. And after vaccination, you should keep the entire day free. No shopping, no visiting relatives, no unnecessary travel. Just go home and let your baby rest. Just do that. Then keep the vaccines, or no, sorry, keep the medicines that has been prescribed by the doctor for us. She has already given us paracetamol drops, but to give her paracetamol drops, if like now, if you're giving painless vaccine, she might get fever, but it is like 95% that she will not get that amount of fever, that high fever, right? For my baby, she didn't get any fever, so we didn't give any paracetamol drops to her. But our doctor has advised us to keep this medicine. If you feel that she's not comfortable, she's not feeling uncomfortable, go ahead and administer those few mLs of drops to her. It will make her comfortable. So please buy those medicine beforehand. The last thing that you want to do is to run to pharmacy with a crying baby, right? So these are basically some of the do's that you have to follow before you take your baby for the vaccination. And now let's come to the don'ts. Don'ts are the most important parts that people find very hard to, and we people Google more on what not to do, right? Now, a few mistakes that I would recommend avoiding is, don't panic if the baby cries. I know that being a first time parent, it's very hard for you to see the baby is going through a pain, but just don't panic, because if you panic, the baby panics, right? And honestly, most babies, they settle down much faster than we expect. For me, my kid, she in just 2 to 3 minutes she settled down. She cried obviously, but she settled down in 2 to 3 minutes, and then we fed her, and then we came from hospital. Never compare babies. My baby is different, your baby is different. My baby tolerance level is different, yours baby different. Tolerance level is different. So we will not compare babies with someone else. Don't do that. That is the last thing that you will do, right? One baby may get a fever even with painless one, another baby doesn't get a fever. So it depends, right? We will not compare babies here. Another may sleep the entire day, another may not, another may behave completely normal. So all this can be normal, all this are normal. Then you should not massage the injection site. If your baby is going through daily massage, you need to stop the massage for at least 4 days, right? Do not apply oils, any balms or any home remedies. Don't give the do not give any fever medicine on your own unless your doctor has advised you to, right? This is another mistake that the parents make. They administer medicine on their own before consulting the doctor. Please don't do that. Let the doctor decide what is best for your baby, then you do it. Also, for my baby, what the doctor recommended was to avoid head bath at least for 1 day, and then massage for 3 to 4 days, right? We should not press or do massage to the injection site. It will get infected, right? We should not do that. And another big mistake that we new parent make, and I also made the same thing, is like we constantly keep checking the baby's temperature every 10 minutes, which I did. Don't do that. You observe the baby. If you feel that he or she is uncomfortable, then go ahead and do this, right? Don't let like this anxiety take over the whole day. Don't take that, right? Okay. Now, if I come to some of the checklist that before leaving home on the vaccination day you should follow is your vaccination card, guys. Vaccination card is very important. Before giving vaccine from any hospitals that you give, please check the vaccination expiry date. You should check the vaccination expiry date before it is getting injected to your kid. And you should carry the vaccination card as well. In the vaccination card itself, they'll tell you what vaccine they have given, which form, for which company they have given, what is the expiry date for it. They will mention everything. Doctor's prescription, right? Keep the doctor's prescription handy and show it to your doctor before anything is administered to her. Then you keep diapers, you keep wipes, you keep extra clothes, muslin clothes, milk or breastfeeding essentials. Even if you are formula feeding mother, then please keep the bottles and the milk ready. Baby blanket, water bottle, your doctor's prescribed medicine. And one thing that nobody told me about is please carry a snack for yourself. It is a big day for you guys as well. Now, as moms, we often try to remember everything for our babies and we completely forget about ourselves, right? Please do carry some snack from home, or if needed, you can buy it from hospital. But please, you should take care of yourself as well. If you take care of yourself, you are well, you can keep the baby well. Please keep this in mind. And if I just look back today on my on the vaccination day of Mahi, the vaccination itself lasts less than a minute, but the prescription, the vaccination itself lasted less than a minute. But the preparation, the emotion, everything that we learned about that day made us more confident parent, right? So guys, if your baby's first vaccination is coming, I hope this video makes you feel a little more prepared and a little bit less anxious, right? And if you have already been through it, tell me in comments, did you choose the painless one or the regular one? I would love to hear experiences from you guys, because every parent's story is different, and maybe my story will help another mom who is preparing for a first vaccination with the kid. And guys, if you find this video helpful, do not forget to like, subscribe and share. Please join me as I continue sharing these reels with you guys, one milestone at a time. Take care and see you in the next video. Bye bye.